Tifu by wearing a shawl, which ruined my relationship with my GF minor background. I am a pretty affectionate, and at times, effeminate, dude. I'm 6'2" and have a pretty tough guy background in that I was in special forces a while ago, and my roommates all served as well, but I also have thin wrists and sit on my friends' laps and blow kisses to them and shit. I'm not gay, I just am me. So while I was in a shop with a roommate a few weeks ago, he saw these really cool shawls that we both couldn't get out of our heads. He returned last weekend to buy them and now we have these shawls. Mine makes me look like a Star Wars character and his looks like the outlaw Josie Wales. These are seriously awesome shawls. The first night we wore them, everybody at the dive bar we went to, dudes, thought they were awesome as well. Then this girl and her friend arrive on invite from Shawlbro, and they are seriously turned off by our sweet shawls. Like, acting pretty weird about them and making comments. Whatever. So I get a call from my GF, she's tired and wants to hang out at mine, and so I bid these mean girls and Shawlbro adieu and head home. I'm still wearing the shawl when my GF arrives and she's also really taken aback, she won't even kiss me until I take it off. We get to the deed and go to sleep, and the next morning she starts asking me if I'm gay. And she's really serious and aggressive about it. I tell her I'm not, that if I was I'd definitely know if by now, and she counters with her major evidence of the fact that I own a shawl. Anyway, she gets weird and leaves, and then sends me a text later about how she's sorry and that she needs to think about what kind of man she wants, and then doesn't contact me for days. So yesterday I invite her out, she's stumbling over her words and talking about how she likes tough guys and how she grew up in the South and needs to get used to the big city, but that she doesn't know this or that, and eventually I just tell her very politely to get fucked because I'm pretty insulted by this point. On the way back, now that I'm not directly in front of her, I get this long apologetic text from her, but the crux of it is that yeah, she's just not that into me anymore because I wore a shawl. Later on, I tell Shawlbro about this, and he also had a blowout with the girl he was seeing over his shawl that very same night we went out. We are both going to keep wearing the shawls though, they are warm. Two sayings come to mind here, one from my basic instructor, who was also special forces, so I figure you'll like that one I picked up somewhere, I don't remember where, a long time ago. What my instructor taught me was simple: if you have something that makes your life easier or more comfortable, like using knee pads, or grabbing an umbrella, or whatever, and you choose not to use it, you are no tougher or better than the man who chooses to. In fact, if it says anything about you, it probably says you're stupider, because while you're standing there, wet and cold in the rain, he grabbed an umbrella and is dry. The other is, the toughest, most alpha thing you can do in any situation is the thing you want. While everyone else is catering to others' whims, you are confidently being you with no fucks given what others think. Man. Where are you guys finding these military members that let you be comfortable in your own skin? My boyfriend is military, he works with special forces guys, and he gets shit on for wearing button-up patterned shirts all the time. Someone says something every time, without fail. I can't imagine the kind of shit his coworkers would say if he wore a shawl around them. He's already had multiple coworkers think he's gay because he doesn't join in when they talk about girls and because of the button-up shirts. I wish his unit or whatever was more accepting like ops. 'Cause right now they have a very strict idea of what it means to be a man. Yeah, I always have that response when people find something out about me and say something like, "Oh, you never told me you did XYZ." And I just feel like, yeah, I didn't tell you because I don't do stuff just to report it to other people. I do stuff I want to do, that makes me happy, and if I never told anyone about my hobbies or experiences, they'd still have just as much value to me. Also, the quicker you learn of others' negative values compared to yours, the better. This post isn't a TIFU, it's till that my ex-girlfriend's judgmental, biased and insecure. One wants to be with someone who wants to be with them, regardless of how awesome they rock their attire. My boyfriend is a muscled-up, bearded electrician with about 28 tattoos, last we counted. He races motorcycles as a hobby. One of his entertainments in life is deliberately getting pedicures with me and requesting some kind of flashy nail polish. He'll switch to flip-flops after races just to fuck with people. It's comical how many alpha manly men get freaked out by something as silly as nail polish. We tend to become friends with people that are who they are and don't care what everyone else does for kicks. So eventually providing pictures could be called the Shawshank Redemption? But seriously, as funny looking as those shawls may seem on a guy, This one looks more like it was stolen from the set of The Three Amigos than something you'd expect a gay person to wear. A total guess, maybe it's his mannerisms with it really threw her off? I mean, she should have known him better than that is, to let this get to her. Look, I am attaching to this top comment only to say one very, very important thing. A guy wearing a shawl was the sexiest, most gorgeous, most desired, most important and famous movie star in the world at the time he was doing it. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. A fistful of dollars. Hang 'em high. High Plains Drifter. For a few dollars more, that's right, Clint Eastwood. Wear your shawl, and if people give you grief, tell them that's just how you roll. Seriously, fuck macho masculinity. I see skinny guys walking around the gym staring at the mirror and flexing after bicep curls. When I am lifting with my GF, I make it a point to twerk my ass a bit for her in the mirror after squatting, deadlifting 3 to 4 plates. Sounds like she wanted a reason to F off. I say wear what makes you happy. There's a great Eddie Izzard, who is an executive transvestite, bit where he says he doesn't wear women's clothes. He wears his clothes. And he rocks it. So keep on rocking it. Keep being yourself and doing what you want. Oh, by the way, he ran 27 marathons in 27 fucking days. He is a literal medical marvel of human endurance when you consider he did that at 54 years old. Strength is not a Miss-Galand trait, it's a human one. You're better off without that girl. She may realize one day that a person locked into a societal box, that other people put them in, is not strong. If anything, they're the opposite. Life, shawl the fuck out of it. I believe Eddie came out as non-binary. Yes, that's what the Google tells me. He uses male pronouns but has a fluid gender. Girl mode and boy mode. This is so cool to discover because I'm the same way, only I was raised female. So way back when, people interchanged transvestite with transgender. The medical diagnosis codes in America are still out of date. But transvestite only has to do with liking to dress in another gender's clothes. These women need to get bent. If anything, to me it solidifies your identity. You're wearing something that you are comfortable in, and fuck all the haters. You do you, my man. If my husband all of a sudden decided to wear one of my shawls, more power to him. Unless of course I was planning on wearing it that day, in which case we would have to battle over it. A woman who is that concerned about you being a manly man clearly has far deeper insecurities than she is letting on. Good riddance. Find yourself a lady who won't question your sexuality based on arbitrary reasons. ***, thank you for the silver. I think this is the first time I've ever gotten anything like that. I can't wait to tell my hubs. ***, holy macaroni. Thank you for the gold and platinum. This is the best day ever. My hubs will be proud, and we may just have to go out and buy ourselves some matching shawls in celebration. Seconded. My husband wears a shawl when he's cold at home. So do I. So what? Plus it's like breaking up with someone because you don't like their haircut or their choice in shirts. Hope you find someone who loves you as you are in all your glorious shawlness, and for you, not for your clothes choices. Exactly. I make homoerotic jokes all the time to my guy friends. Hell, I was even Hello Kitty for Halloween lady night. Pulled an entire 9-hour shift in customer service wearing pink blush, whiskers, and a bow. This even led to a regular customer trying to set me up with their gay friend. I do all this because I'm not afraid to be effeminate, because I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm not gonna change the way I act just because someone might think I'm not straight. In fact, I get to laugh at those people at the end of the day because they think they have to force themselves to be a manly man to be straight, and they're probably afraid of being called or assumed to be gay. No one knows me better than me, so why should I give a flying fuck about anyone else's ideas about who I am? Of course you can assume a person's sexual preferences based on clothing. You choose the clothes you wear when you go to a place like a bar. How you present yourself is very relevant to who you are on a personal level. Obviously, there are exceptions to every rule, but clothes are a form of self-expression, and if you express yourself in a certain manner, that is what people will rightly assume of you. If you want to tell them otherwise, then they won't have to assume anymore, but for 99% of the people you meet it doesn't matter anyway, which is why assuming one or the other doesn't matter either. I'm of Indian descent, Punjab specifically. I wear shawls in the winter all the time. In fact, I own my grandfather's shawl that he also wore everywhere. I've been told multiple times